Good morning, Pittsburgh. You're listening to Maximize Living Radio. I'm Dr. Alex Pattison, and as always this morning, I'm here to teach you, to inspire you, and to coach you to your maximize living potential. Got an amazing show in store for you this morning. We're going to talk to you about how you can naturally overcome and eliminate things like headaches, neck pain, and low back pain from your life without dangerous over-the-counter medications, without dangerous prescription medications, and without complicated surgeries. So if you yourself suffer from a headache, neck pain, or low back pain, or somebody in your circle of influence does, you can't afford to miss a single second of this morning's program. I want to go ahead and start our discussion this morning with headaches. Now, obviously, headaches are extremely common. However, very few studies exist on headaches, despite the very high rates of occurrence in places, in these developed countries and places like America. In my opinion, the lack of these studies is due to the lack of profitability for finding a cure. And really, when it comes to headaches, the cures that are out there, your over-the-counter pain medications, your Advils, your Tylenols, or even a prescription medication for something like a migraine with an Imitrex, obviously doesn't cure your headaches, but just masks the symptomatology of those headaches. And this can have long-term consequences if we're just constantly taking Advil or Tylenol or prescription medication for our aches and pains, because oftentimes, neurologically speaking, a headache is a warning sign, and the longer that goes uncorrected, the longer that goes undiagnosed, the more likely these problems have a severity of becoming really, really complicated in the future. So what are the common types of headaches that are out there? Perhaps you suffer from one of these, a family member does. Let's start with the most common, and that's a tension headache. Now, a pain from a tension headache typically extends up from the neck or the shoulders or the upper part of the back up into the head. And contributing factors of a tension headache are poor posture, which is often caused by what's called a lack of the cervical curve, something that your medical doctors are not trained in measuring correctly, but absolutely something that myself, Dr. Aaron, and Dr. Nick take specific measurements to see if, in fact, a misalignment of the cervical spine is causing your tension headaches. But this can also be caused by poor sleeping positions, as well as past or current injuries that have been living with you for a lifetime. These can all lead to tension headaches. Migraines are another very common type of a headache. They're common in adults and they're common in teenagers. And the symptoms of a migraine are usually severe pain on one or both sides of the head, which moves from one area of the head to another. Migraines are also typically associated with sensitivity to lights or sounds, as well as an upset stomach. They can be extremely problematic. Sinus headaches are really common this time of the year as the weather begins to change. We spend more times inside. We're breathing dry air and allergens that may have been hiding in our ductwork. And these types of headaches are caused by increased pressure in the nasal passages that can often lead to coughing and eye strain. They can even lead to fevers. The longer that they're there. But by far the least common, but the most debilitating type of a headache is a cluster headache. And these pain is constant, typically behind the eye, and the sufferers will describe the pain as burning or a piercing pain behind the eye. And these headaches are extremely problematic because they typically happen in and around the same time every day in a very reoccurable and a very predictable pattern, causing not only the sufferer, the pain itself, but the anxiety of the headache coming upon them. What causes a headache? So what do we need to do in order to eliminate these causes so that we can live a headache-free life? And because headaches are extremely common, it's obvious that the causative factors are extremely common as well, things that are associated with our daily activities. And headaches can be drastically improved and their occurrence decreased through nutritional changes, proper type of exercising, reducing stress, proper sleep, as well as staying hydrated. However, the most effective way of eliminating and decreasing the severity and the frequency of your headaches was just found out. This is cutting edge studies done at Duke University, a fantastic school, and found that chiropractic care was hands down the most effective way of eliminating the severity and decreasing the frequency of a headache. More effective with less side effects than drugs, acupuncture, and massage. Chiropractic care was number one. The study concluded that spinal adjustments to the upper cervical neck, the upper part of the spine, immediately improved not only the severity of the headaches in the sufferer, but as well as continual use of chiropractic decreased the frequency of headaches. So if you yourself suffer from a tension headache, a migraine headache, a sinus headache, or even a cluster headache, what the science is showing us right now, that's what's more effective than your Advil or your Tylenol or your prescription medications, what's more effective than acupuncture and massage, which these things are wonderful. But if we really want to get to the bottom, if we want to do the best thing for our body, And for these headaches, it's simple. You need to have a specific evaluation done of your upper cervical spine to see if, in fact, there's misalignments of the vertebra that will be causing these headaches. Now, you don't want to just walk into a chiropractic clinic and say, I have a headache. I heard on the radio that chiropractic is great for headaches. Let's see if we can get this fixed. Because what you need to do, this is really important when you're making an appointment with a chiropractor, you need to make sure that very specific neurological testing is going to be done, postural evaluation, ranges of motion, orthopedic tests, and most likely x-rays are required in order to determine the very specific misalignments that could be causing your headaches. These are all things that we do in our clinics right here in Pittsburgh. We have 2 locations, one in the South Hills with myself, another with Dr. Aaron and Dr. Nick Greiner in Cranberry Township. And what we're offering this morning for our headache sufferers, perhaps you yourself or a family member or a loved one that's dealing with headaches, if you are suffering from these headaches, we want to give you the opportunity to start 2017 off headache free. So we've opened up specific times in our clinic for just $40. We're going to do a complete neurological evaluation of your spine to determine if and where there's misalignments of the vertebrae that could be putting pressure on the nerves in the upper cervical spine causing headaches. If you are ready to have that evaluation, if you're ready to start 2017 off headache free, give us a call. 881-4488, 412-881-4488. That number, 412-881-4488. By calling that number, you're going to have the opportunity to have this evaluation. Get this, not for $100, not for $80, but for $40, the most amazing testing you could have done to determine the cause of your headaches and to be given the action steps that you need to do in order to eliminate the cause of your headaches from your life so that you can live a headache-free life.